Hello, anybody who might be watching. My name is Andrew, and today I'm gonna make an MS Paint version of Link from Link's Awakening. So let's get started. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is use just a normal pen. That might be, you know what? Let's go with the thicker line. Yeah. So I'm just gonna use this space here. Oop. My mouse seems to be acting up lately. Every once in a while it just kind of freezes. But that's fine. I've had this mouse for a little while and it was pretty cheap. So I can't expect it to last forever. Anyways, yeah. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, I guess. So let's start by drawing. Ooh, his head. Let's try to get a. That's not good. Oh, I'm trying to get a nice smoother line, but it doesn't seem to be working. That's too big of a head. I want. Let's do. Damn, I don't have quite the steady hand I used to have. I should have just kept that one and edited a little bit. Jeebus. I seriously apologize for this. This is embarrassing. All right. How's that? That is massive. All right. Let's. Oops. I'm trying to hit the undo button and I accidentally hit the save button. All right. Let's cheat a little bit. Oh wait, you know what? There we go. Let's use a circle to sort of guide. I don't want it to be a complete circle, but just as a guide. And I'll go red so I can paint over it. And now I'll do this. Maybe if I... No. Maybe if I use this tool a little bit to get more of the shape I want. That might work. That's not working. My goodness. Like, I haven't even started the head and I'm already... Okay, that just looks bad. I wish I had like a stylus sort of thing. Using a not so great mouse to make not so straight lines is kind of not great here. This might work. Gosh darn it. Alright. Zoom in here. Alright, good enough. Let's just get rid of this now. Something's gonna have a bit of a big noggin, but that's fine. Alright, so he's got hair swoop, little too big of a swoop. Hair swooping kind of like this. And then he's got a little part there. And he's got this other part. Ooh, that's not quite what I wanted. Jeezums. I'm just making a mess out of this, aren't I? Alright, so something like that. Like that. Holy jumping Jehoshaphat. I don't even know what that is. What is a Jehoshaphat? Anyways. So this is probably not going to be a very great picture, if you can't tell already. But I'm just doing this for fun. So let's make his hat. Now and alright, so let's put in his ear. Ooh, not quite. There we go. There we go. Alright, now let's attach this. And let's clean up this here. There we go. That looks good. Good enough anyways. So, oops. Let's undo that. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright. Something like that. Go. And so based on the reference picture I'm using, Link's head is bigger than his body, but that is kind of the cartoony proportions of the game. So I'm not quite gonna draw him the same way as he is in the or the same stance. Well, yeah, the same way. I'm gonna, use my own style a little bit. I doubt that's gonna be the final, but that makes me laugh, so let's make a little neck, and then so something I noticed when looking for reference pictures is that the original Game Boy version of Link seems to be right-handed, but the version in the remaster seems to be left-handed, as most Links are. So I don't know which style I wish to go with. Actually, some of the promo art has him left-handed, but it's weird. Like, there's a picture of him holding up the sword, and he's right-handed in that picture. But other pictures, he seems to be left-handed. I'll just go with left-handed. That seems to be the consensus. So, his tunic going on here. There we go. And seems like his tunic, the sleeves of his tunic are a different color. The sleeves are like a brown color. I guess the same color his belt would be. So let's make his belt. Man, I am not good with this MS Paint. Not as good as I remember used to being. Although I never drew a whole lot of stuff from scratch, at least not this in depth, so actually hold on. Whoa, that is way too big for... Alright, you know what? It might help to zoom in on some of these things once in a while. There we go. That's a little too straight of a line. There we go, that sort of works. And his boot. That's too little, whoops, a little thicker than I wanted that, okay. Yeah, something like that'll work. Alright, I'll clean it up in a sec. Just get the other boot done here. Something like that, except maybe this could be a little bit further down. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell. I mean, obviously no one has watched my videos yet, but, or streams. But, if anyone does happen to catch one of the uploads, not live, or even now, you might notice that I've, all the MS Paint stuff bar making my, logo has been Link's Awakening stuff. I really like the game. It's one of the first Zelda games I've ever played. No, sorry, the first Zelda game I ever played. And, yeah, probably the first Zelda game I ever beat also. It's just a charming, fun little adventure, you know? There we go. Whoops. That looks good for the boots, except that little corner here looks a little thick, so let's thin that out a bit. so it's not like jarring or anything. Yeah, something like that. And let's neaten up this corner here of his tunic. I can click the right tool that I want to use. That's good enough. Alright, maybe, yeah, do that a little bit. Not make his armpit so high up. This looks a little weird. Alright. So, yeah, let's actually erase this face. Or maybe not. I don't know. There's just something fun about it. Whoops. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have sort of his shield to his side. Because this is just going to be, it's not going to be like a battle pick, or, you know, where he's getting ready for battle. It's just going to be him just standing around like a schmuck. So, oops, that was supposed to be his thumb. And then, so I'll do sort of like that for the bar that connects to the shield that he's holding on to. Yeah, that looks fine. And then I can make that look like it's a bracket or something. And then I want to go over this way. There we go. And then sort of just, I'm also doing this because it'll be easier to draw the back side of the shield. Wait a second, hold on. I just realized if he's just going to have it laying at rest to the side, it's going to be kind of sideways. Whoops, that's not the way I wanted that to go. So I can do something like that, and like that, and then like that for the, for the interior, the back side of the shield. There we go. And then that's a very tiny shield, isn't it? Yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger here. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't connected to anything else. That these up a little further. Whoops. Something like that. Whoops. That's a little better. Alright. And his sword. Should I just have it on his back? Hold on. Let me do one thing here. There, that probably looks a little better. Yeah, that looks a little better. And, actually, hold on. Let's do that. I'm not sure if that's... His tunic is in Link's Awakening looks to be more of a vest. You know what? Maybe I will have his sword hilted. Hilted? Is that the right? Sheathed. That's the right word. My goodness. I think the base of it is sort of like a ball there, like that. Not entirely sure. And you know what? I'm going to make him waving, because I want to make my life difficult. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. So... something like that. Does his arm look about the same length as that arm? Not quite. Gotta reel it in a little bit. He's got short, stubby little arms. And, there. Yeah, so I've played the original Link's Awakening for the original Game Boy, although I only played it on... I never owned the original one, because I only played it on a buddy's Game Boy Pocket, I believe it was, back in the old school playground. And, but I do own Link's Awakening DX, which is the colorized version of the original game, and I have also played through and owned the remake on the Switch. And I have to say the remake on the Switch is a really faithful remake. It hits the same beats. It you know, it's it's basically the same game in many ways, you know. It's just re- it's definitely a remake, but they remade it really in the graphics only. You know, only the graphics have been remade. The just the spirit and charm of the original game has been kept intact. You know, and I really like that. You know, the 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 music still sounds great, except for a couple of exceptions, in my opinion. I mean, the music still sounds good in those parts, but they don't quite carry the same punch as the original. Like, for example, the mysterious forest. In, in the original, it was a very energetic tune, but in the remake, they made it a much more low key um, sound, which isn't, you know, it still sounds good, but I just prefer the energy of the original Mysterious Woods music. But that's one of my very, very, very few complaints about the game. Overall, they did an absolutely fantastic job uh, remaking the game. You know, and I like the. In case you can't tell, I'm not very good at drawing hands. I'm thinking I might just make Link with three fingers here for ease of for you know just for making my life a little easier. But yeah, anyways, the original. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe just do that. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It's not spectacular, but it's a hand. It doesn't look like a malformed, weird mass jutting out from his arm, like sometimes, like when I've tried to make hands in the past. So both in MS Paint and actual drawings. So I'm happy with that. But anyways, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. No, back to my Link's Awakening. I adore that game. It is a fantastic little romp, you know. I might have to actually replay it soon, one of these days. And if I actually do get that video recorder, it's probably going to be the first game I play, the Switch version. I mean, I still have the Link's Awakening DX, which is the colorized version for Game Boy Color. Excuse me, but yeah, I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. So let me make the face better. I'm thinking I am gonna keep the eyes sort of like that. Not quite like that. More like that. Um, hmm. This is gonna be just a very simple, cartoony sort of picture. So I'm just gonna make simple, cartoony eyes. And oops. How's that mouth look? Does that look okay? It doesn't look too bad. Except maybe, let me just, see about moving his face a little bit. Like that. Like that, yeah. Oh, let's do that just in case. Normally I'm not a big fan of the eyebrows over the hair sort of thing, but to emote properly, I think that's gonna have to be how it is. Yeah, that looks fine. And he's got bangs here too, so let's draw that. And how and I guess just there we go. What did I just do? Did I? Okay. Alright, let's get rid of all this stuff in here. So I didn't really finish my I didn't really even have a train of thought with that I was going for. I was just trying to fill the air. But yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna mention that I do like the dungeon creator in the Link's Awakening remake. I think that's a really neat addition, and I made tons of little dungeons. And for those, if anyone's watching, I gotta stop saying that. For those who are watching, um, the the dungeon creator in Link's Awakening remake. Basically, once you've cleared out a dungeon in the game, many of the rooms in that dungeon are available to use in a dungeon maker. And so you can rearrange and place all those different rooms into any shape you want. And you can, well, within the limits of the dungeon creator, of course. You can't make like infinitely big dungeons. You've only got like a, what is it, like a 10 by 10 grid or a 12 by 12 grid to work with or something for placing rooms. Might even be up to 16 by 16, but it's not, you know, it's not huge. You can still make decently, in-depth dungeons though. But I found that was a fun little feature. I used up all there's challenge type of dungeons where you have to use either certain types of rooms or only build in a certain area that they've allotted, or you can only use a certain amount of, like, for example, stair rooms, which have little staircases that lead to an underground cavern that links to another area of the dungeon. There's challenges where you can only use so many, or you have to place those staircases in certain locations. Stuff like that. But also there's ones where you can just make just a regular, just whatever kind of dungeon comes to mind, And I filled out all the slots in each one of those. I did all the challenge ones, and I filled out all the slots for just making them on your own. All the free-for-all ones. And so that should tell you how much I enjoyed that that little mode. It was a welcome addition. And I can only hope that it leads to a Zelda maker, a Zelda dungeon maker in the vein of Mario Maker. I'm not sure how they go about doing that, because it'd probably be a little bit more, definitely be a little bit more complicated and in depth than what they had to make it, truly work. To be able to, release it as a game instead of just a little neat side feature in a game. But yeah. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some colors for a palette. Do I like that green? Let's make it a little deeper. Okay, I can barely tell the difference. Alright, let's try that. How does this look? That doesn't look half bad. Alright, ooh, I almost noticed. Or, almost didn't notice this. Actually, that probably would have been fine. But still, I don't want any of the fill paint escaping. The paint filler, when you use the pill. I can't speak right now, I apologize. But when you use the paint filler, if you don't have the area completely cordoned off, it'll just fill everything, so you gotta be careful with that. Oh, I did forget to make the buckle on Link's belt, so let's do that right now. Let's do this, and then it's like this. Ooh, that last line. It's a little bit wonky. That's fine, I'll fix it here. And actually, this line here at the bottom's a little wonky too, so let's... I could just... Whoa, there, my mouse just froze there for a second. It's been doing that a lot lately, and I don't like it. Let me just see here. I've been doing this for 38 minutes. Oh, I have a viewer, or at least had a viewer. Because there's 2 viewers. Interesting. It says 0 views but 2 viewers, so I don't know what's going on there. Let me just reset this. Maybe the view counter hasn't updated. But hello to you if there is someone watching. Hello. I hope you're enjoying me MS Painting Link from Link's Awakening. Because I'm enjoying it. Ah, no, I refreshed my thing, and it says 1 viewer and 0 views, which is what it says if you're just looking at your stream from the stream manager, so that sucks. Unless it's wrong and it hasn't updated yet, in which case, hello viewer. Anyways. You know what, let's make this a little bit more like that, yeah. There we go, and actually, I guess I could just fill this in with the color. It's a gold color from the she might be more bronzy, brassy color. Let me just double check. Yeah, it is a bit of a deeper yellow, so let's just fill it in one color, and then I can make this just a little bit more like that. Maybe just slightly deeper. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, and I should color these in. And Link's leggings, they appear to be white, so I might just leave them like that. Maybe I'll make them like a faint beigey color, just so that there is a color there. You can still barely notice it, so maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. Or maybe I won't. You know, maybe I'll make it like a light brown, because then... No. You know what? Let's leave it that as is. Was that necessary? Sure, why not? Alright. Yeah, alright. Oh, you know what? I haven't been saving this. I'm usually better at this. Alright. And, the way I have this stream set up, I guess, is you can't really see the any of the pop-up windows, like if I go to save it, or if I, there's a couple other things like the color changing, the custom color window that you can open in MS Paint. I'm gonna make this just a little bit deeper, just slightly. But yeah, I don't know what point I was trying to make there. So, oh yeah, so you might notice me doing a lot of mouse movements and hearing clicking without anything going on. That's just me either saving it or trying to find a custom color. How does this work for... doesn't look bad. Oh, I missed that. Oh. Wrong thing here. There we go. There we go. Alright. And, yeah, there we go. And Link's sword. The hilt of it is a little bit lighter color brown than his belt and sleeves. Okay, so how's that? Let's do something that's a little bit different even. How about that? Yeah, that'll work. And then I'll do gray for his sword. I'll make the grip part like a dark grayish, maybe. And then I'll make the bottom that color, yeah. And then his hilt will be, or his sheath, I guess I could make it, I don't know what color that would be. Let's just make it like, I don't know, a burgundy color. Why not? Yeah, sure, why not? Or maybe, or you know what, maybe I'll just make it the same color as that. Yeah, that'll work. And for his shield, the outside will be gray, and the handle and the inside will be like a wood color. Let's actually just draw a couple lines just to kind of add a little extra detail. Something like that. And okay. How's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's do that so I have that. His boots, I'm assuming they're the same general color as his. Actually, they seem to be closer in color to his hilt, so let's do this. And let's make the bottoms of his boots this color. Whoops, not the outline. Okay, I gotta zoom in here a little bit so I can more accurately deposit the colors. And bloop, there we go. You know what, I'll make his leggings gray, like a light gray. There we go. So they seem to be a white color in game, but if I just leave them white, then it just looks like I forgot to fill them in. So we'll do a light gray. There we go. Whoops! Accidental click. I think I'm. There we go. I think I'm pretty well done here. I could add a background, but I'm too lazy for that. Maybe I'll just add a little shadow underneath them, and that'll do. Okay, my mouse is starting to act up here. Probably easier ways to do this. But that's fine. I'll just use the curve tool to redraw these curves. Come on. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Okay, something weird's happening with my mouse and I don't like it very much. Okay. Here we go. Let's man, I remember with older versions of MS Paint, you didn't have to like switch between color 1 and color 2 to select the paint. All you had to do was left click for color 1 and right click for color 2, but now a menu opens up instead when you try to right click, so that kind of sucks. But oh well, it is what it is. Oh, my mouse is acting up again. I don't think it's the battery, because I just changed it not too long ago. It hasn't been that long since I've changed the battery. There, that'll do the trick. And I believe that's all I want to do here. Yeah, okay. Actually, hold on. Let me just go around and do some touch-ups, because I noticed that the top of this is looking a bit weird here, so let's... There we go. His hand is... I didn't notice this. I guess I should thicken that line up a little bit. So it looks weird. Like that. There we go. Maybe even that, yeah. Just make sure all the outlines look pretty decent. It seems to be the case. Awesome. I think I have a completed project. Neat. I'll save as. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get rid of all that. Let's get rid of that. Whoops. File, save as. Link's Awakening link. There we go. Save that. And there we go. We got a picture. I think it looks pretty good. It's clearly no masterpiece, but you know what? I like it, and I'm happy with it. And I think I'm going to call that a picture, and I think I might call this a stream. Alright, cool. So if anybody was watching, thank you very much. I certainly do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.